This is Brother Chooch reporting for TOL Breaking News. According to the Times of Israel, the Pope calls two states only solution to Palestinian conflict as he opens Lebanon visit. According to this article, Leo XIV arrives in Beirut under tight security and urges Lebanese citizens to remain in country, which has seen waves of immigration due to war and sectarian divisions. Pope Leo XIV called a two-state arrangement the only solution to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, doubling down on the Holy See's long-standing position in his first airborne news conference en route to Lebanon on Sunday. We all know that at this time Israel still does not accept that solution, but we see it as the only solution. He said as he flew from Istanbul to Beirut for the second and final leg of his maiden voyage as Pope. We are also friends with Israel, and we are seeking to be a mediating voice between the two parties that might help them close in on a solution with justice for everyone, added the Pope, speaking in Italian. At the end of the article, as he went on to talk about the issues going on in Lebanon, he emphasized the need for peace, using the word more than 20 times during the address, without mentioning any specific international or regional conflicts, including the war between Hezbollah and Israel. As we consider these words from Pope Leo, we must think about what is mentioned in Scripture about the false prophet to come. It doesn't mean that Pope Leo is the false prophet, but it doesn't mean he isn't. In fact, the office of Pope might fit well with the description and the office of what the false prophet will serve during the tribulation period. I want to draw your attention to what is written in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, starting in verse 11. This is referring to the second beast. Then I saw another beast rising out of the earth. It had two horns like a lamb, and it spoke like a dragon. It exercises all the authority of the first beast in its presence, and makes the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose mortal wound was healed. It performed great signs, even making fire come down from heaven to earth in front of people. And by the signs that it is allowed to work in the presence of the beast, it deceives those who dwell on the earth, telling them to make an image for the beast that was wounded by the sword and yet lived. And it was allowed to give breath to the image of the beast, so that the image of the beast might even speak and might cause those who would not worship the image of the beast to be slain. Also, it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark. That is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. If you notice here, this second beast, different than the first beast, but in allegiance with the first beast, causes the people of the earth to worship the first beast, the Antichrist. And this second beast has the ability to do great signs and wonders or miracles. And through these signs, he will cause for the image of the beast to be built in the temple and for it to speak. Is that an image that AI technology can produce? And also, he will be involved in what appears to be a political move to force the people of the earth to take a mark that they will not be able to buy or sell without it. If you notice that Pope Leo, who's the religious head of the Roman Catholic Church, very involved politically and very involved with the religion, if you will, of climate change. We have to keep a close eye on the things that Pope Leo says and does and see if it's aligning with what Scripture says about the false prophet. This is Brother Chooch reporting for TOL Breaking News.